Back working on Midnight Maroon. I'm pretty sure that I'm off by at least one tooth on the distributor. So today's task, I'm going to pull all the spark plugs. We're going to take a look at those and see what they look like, and set top dead center. Pull the distributor out, reset things so that everything should be lined up. We're basically going back to the beginning, back to square one. On this, as far as the timing goes, we're also sucking up a whole bunch of crap from the tanks. So I'm probably going to buy new tanks for this, at least one. But for now, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to run off of, you know, a little gas can or something like that. I'll rig something up so that we can get clean fuel down into the carburetor on this thing and fire it up. I got to get this thing back to running. There's some events coming up here real soon I want to take this to and kind of just show off our workmanship and the progress that we've made. It's also motivating to be able to drive it. So set you guys up and let's get after pulling plugs. Oh, that's a tight one. Come on. Sure, we're in take-off mode because we are taking off. Ooh, that one was barely in there. A little bit sooty. Both those look very similar. Yep. Same thing other side. Breaking out the old Whistling Dixie tool. Put this in hole number 1. This will be able to tell us when we are at top dead center or on the compression stroke. Got my little under the hood starting trigger. It's kind of like playing a video game. Let's get this hooked up real quick. My other one broke, so I ended up having to buy a new one. Link down below. As always, Amazon affiliate stuff. I get paid a little commission for sending you guys over there to buy some stuff. It doesn't cost you anything extra, but it helps the channel a lot. Let's get that thing. What the? Come on. Jeez. All right, test. Oh yeah. We're going live. All right, we're listening for a whistle. Oh, we're already there. Really? We must have just gone past it. Compression stroke. Like magic. Alright, so we'll pull this out. Beautiful. Thank you, Whistling Dixie. That tool is pretty slick. Makes finding top dead center super easy. I can't see the top of the piston yet, so we must not quite be there yet. Can't see the marks on the harmonic balancer yet either, but my eyes aren't, well, they're not what they used to be. Oh, we're really close. It does need to advance just a hair more to get there. Need to take a little sandpaper to that so I can see it a little better. Let me do that real quick. Just want to make sure I get this thing spot on. So in working on this thing, I keep leaning into these things right in my belly, and it's starting to hurt. It's driving me crazy. So I'm just going to grab a moving blanket that I got at Harbor Freight. You can buy these things for dirt cheap. I bought like a plethora of them, and I use them all the time. I lay them on the ground so I'm not laying right on the concrete. I lay them across the edge of a fender so I don't scratch a fender with a belt buckle or something, because I wear a belt buckle, right? Little belt buckle. No, I don't. Anyway, so I'm just going to lay that over there. That'll pad that. And then it won't hurt so much when it pokes into my fat belly. Alright, show you where I'm at here. So, on the harmonic bouncer, I'm at exact 0, top dead center. The distributor is poked in. I didn't pull it out and move it. It's still where it was. And it was turned forward about like this. So it was advanced quite a ways, but I'm going to set it back to exact 0. So this is a GM distributor. It's got vacuum advance. I removed the vacuum from there, so it's not going to advance on a vacuum. I got to set my timing. I put a ridiculously long screw in that to plug it. So that's overkill, but it's the screw I found. Another airplane. I swear, man. I can be under the hood working on a time lapse and not hear one airplane, but as soon as I start talking, there they are. I disconnected fuel. I'm going to replace that fuel filter. I'm also going to disconnect down below and, like I said, hook up to a little external gas can. For now, I'm going to order a tank. I just don't have a choice, and if I have to pull the bed off to put a new tank under it, so be it. Give us a chance to see what's under there anyway, but that's a whole nother story. Right now, everything, I'm stuttering, but that's because I don't know what to do next, because everything appears to be set correctly. So it could be that I've sucked some crap up into the carburetor because it's just such dirty gas. I got to do this right. I got to make sure that this is going to run. I'm going to put the cap back on and put my little lockdown nut thing in there to hold it where it's at, so I know it's like right on the mark. Something like that. And if you notice, I put a little mark down here so that I would know where that was too, compared to the rammer inner bolt hole thing. Let me get that put back together. I'm going to get the carburetor pulled off and just use some carb cleaner and spray that all out so that that's good and clean. Put that back on, make sure everything's torqued correctly, and then get a gas situation set up. I've got to run to the gas station because I don't have any gas in any of those at all. Unfortunately, I put like 8 gallons in each of those tanks last time I drove this. And that's just gonna be wasted gas. Dang it. So I sprayed some carb cleaner down inside there, and it came out a little brown, varnishy, whatever. But not like I thought that it would. I thought it'd be worse than that, honestly. Everything else looks pretty good. Well, let's put it back together. And we'll flip it over and clean the underside as well. Snug but not cranked tight. Then go back over them all one more time just to make sure they're all fairly consistent. Yep. 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 And yep. Sweet. Did I get all my choke and everything back in the right spot? It looks like I did. See, I mean, it's clean. It's fairly clean in all the places. Well, I don't know. Let's get it back together. So you have 2 seconds to start working. Nope. Jeez, nothing writes like a Bic. Maybe. Hey, there we go. For taxes. Gotta keep track of all the things. Alright, well, let's get this thing ready. Go back in the truck. 10 feet of fuel line. Ridiculous prices. So insane. I'm going to be double checking that on Amazon. I'm going to leave a link down below if it's cheaper than $8.79 a foot. Holy crap, that is ridiculous. They only had one of the Wix 33003s, so I bought it, even though I already had one. I like to keep those on hand. And then I bought this, hoping I could make it work. Oh yeah, it'll work. So what I need is this much right there. Or something to cut that with. There we go. Boom. And then this can go in the rat pile. It's the save for later pile. This is recording. Sure is. That goes on there. And then if I can get it on this end. Ooh, this is the bigger of the two ends. No worries, mate. No worries, mate. Piece of cake. Garbage. Fuel line. Alright, attempt number. I don't even know. A lot. Oh, Pixie, you're a piece of work, dog. Paper towel trick. Take your nut and jam it down in there with some paper towel. That'll hold it in place so that you can hold it upside down and put it where you need to put it. I used an extreme size so that you could see it. Actually, I just grabbed too big of a piece. So I'm just going to trim it so I can actually see what I'm doing. Don't worry about it, it's fine. Everything's fine. need a wobble bit tip though to be able to do this. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? I had it when I was doing spark plugs. Here, I'll just use this one. Oh my gosh. Losing my mind. Let's go. Just to show you that it works, there's the paper towel that came out of it. And now I'm ready to just tighten them all down gently and evenly. Good. Well, I'm out of time for the day. I'm frustrated with myself because I let myself get flustered over the price of that fuel hose. And looking at it, it's fuel injector hose, so it's made for a higher PSI. I don't need that, but too late, I already bought it. So, quick update. I've got the coil down there is the fuel hose that's connected to the inlet on the fuel pump. So it's ready to drop down in a tank. That leads me to where I'm frustrated. I forgot to get gas while we were out. And I'm out of time. So I've gotten everything under here buttoned back up again. And we're ready to test fire. I just need gas. I don't even have gas in my little ketchup bottle to put in the bowl and at least test fire it. I don't even have that. And I debated, I was this close to using the old crappy fuel that came out of the Wallace, the 66 tank, and I thought better of that. I was just like, nope, not going to do it. I barely cleaned that out, cleaned the carburetor out. I'm not going to take 3 steps backwards again because I'm lazy or dumb. Genius. I'm a genius, that's what it is. Anyway, I got to stop for the night. We'll pick this back up. I'll go get some gas. We've got a family thing tonight I've got to get to, so I got to get cleaned up. This is unacceptable for some reason. I'm a little frustrated. Sorry, guys. I'm a little off my game at the moment, but I'm going to get some gas, and we're going to do this at some point. I won't be able to do it tonight, and so it's going to have to just wait. It's frustrating. Well, let me give you some a little B-roll under the hood and such so that you can see kind of where we're at. I haven't done anything new on the interior yet. Still owe you an update on that as well, but that'll have to wait as well.
I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago. I've changed for the better this time. I thought I would never be fine. I strive just to say I'm alright, and for the first time in a long time I'm alright. I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago.